Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Chat. We have two blended Scotch whiskies. Uh, the first one is the Dimple Pinch. This is the 50-year age version, 40% alcohol. I've seen other people review a 43% alcohol version. I've seen 12-year age also listed, photos of it also. I bought this at Walmart and it was $24.99. Yep, true story. Uh, There's the crown and the thistle for the Kingdom of Scotland. Introduced in 1893, it's sold in Europe as the Pinch. As the Dimple. But for some reason in the United States, it's sold as the Dimple Pinch. So I don't understand why, but I'll taste an inch. I'll taste an inch of Pinch. It's also got this triangle shaped bottle to keep it from rolling off the table, and it's got a wire mesh around it. You can hold it by the wire mesh. All right. This is a Diageo brand. It says right there on the bottle, Diageo. No website listing. If you look on Diageo.com, they don't list it. You look it up in the search, nothing comes up. I don't know why. I guess it's just considered some old, outdated whiskey that's maybe old people drink. I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm just saying that's probably the company's attitude. And they just put it out there, Hague and Company, and do nothing else. Now, the Hague Club whiskey, Hague Club, is listed on the Diageo website, but that's a more modern thing, whatever. All right, but Mathern's has this, Walmart has it, and probably some other places in this town has it. That's all I can say, because it's all I know. Oh, and John Hague and Company is was established in 1627. B Aviation. Good morning, Ron. Good morning to you. Now, here is the competitor from 1965. So it's only been on the market 57 years. 100 Pipers blended Scotch whiskey. Age 3 years, also 40% alcohol. This is a Bardstown, Kentucky bottling. You say that looks like a Heaven Hill bottle. Yeah, it is a Heaven Hill bottle. Heaven Hill bottles it in the United States. In India and Thailand, it's sold as Seagram's 100 Pipers Deluxe Scotch in a fancier bottle, probably for a higher price. There's also 100 Pipers 12-year age, which I've never seen in the United States. I don't know why Heaven Hill bottles it here, okay, but it's really, I got no control of it. It's a Chivs Brothers product. They have it listed on their website. They claim it's the number one selling blended Scotch whiskey in India. Maybe it is. It says imported and bottled by Piper's Import Company. You say, oh no, it's Piper's Import. That's an alias name for Heaven Hill. Okay, there's no such company as Piper's Import Company dedicated to one brand. Now, I did a taste challenge Sunday afternoon and I got it wrong. So the Dimple Pinch is all right, but it's not really exactly shining through. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily justifying the $35 per bottle price. It is not justifying it, even though I paid $24.99. It's an aberration of a price. That is not the normal price. Okay, it just isn't. I don't know why Walmart had it for $10 cheaper, but I didn't, really pour too much. I didn't question it. I just took advantage of it. Is that an inch of Pinch? It's 3/4 of an inch. All right. Well, at least in this glass it is. This Diamore glass, which is a liqueur. Nice glasses. They're sturdy, you know. The Glencairns, thank you, John and Neely. He gave me some nice glasses, Glencairns. Oh, I'm out of pipers. Oh, man, that's all right. I got 750 milliliters left. Got to crack that open. That so don't worry. It's got a whole nother 750 milliliters left. And the second amount that I got it for the lowest price on earth, $3.99. Oh, $3.98. Sorry, a penny off. $3.98 for the 750 milliliters. Crazy, right? But it's a true story. A Discount Depot on United States Highway 90 business route in Marrero. Jeep and Foodie checking in around, getting an early start today. Excellent. Excellent. Which do you think will win? I'm going to put my money, not that I'm betting on this, I'm going to say 100 Pipers for the win. Just because it's going to taste smokier and better. I would rather have 25% less whiskey in each of these, to tell you the truth. But, well, I can just sip on the Dimple Pinch, and if I have some left over, I don't have to gulp it down. I can save it for later today when I do, because I'm not going to, I got Wild Card Wednesday. I got Joker's Wild Wednesday tomorrow evening. Joker's Wild Wednesday, and so I think later today I'll do a taste challenge to count for Wednesday, May 4th. So it's not going to go bad just sitting there and setting there in the glass. It's not like it's got to be refrigerated. It's going to spoil. So I could just save it, you know, for the going up against Valentine's. Yeah, I don't know who's going to win the Valentine's. I'm betting the house and the dog on 100 Pipers. Okay. The appearances you could see was the same, just amber gold. So I don't have to worry about, I glanced at it and that one's so light and I got it screwed up. Some of these are not colored, so they're so light. It'd be almost like straw, a greenish gold straw. But some of them, like these, are obviously colored with caramel coloring, and they're darker. Now, you say, well, a Dimple Pinch could turn that dark over 15 years. Well, maybe, but probably not, because if you read about barrel aging, what gives it the color is that initial char, the charred oak, and it sucks up that and makes it that red color, you know, that rust red, like with bourbon, because they use charred barrels. But then with like early times whiskey, they'll have a second running. They'll use the barrel again for making early times. And they can add color into that because it's not a straight whiskey, because they don't use a fresh barrel. Now, by the time these barrels get to Scotland, they've been used already. Is that a law? They have to have a used barrel? No. They could have a freshly charred with a number 4 alligator char barrel, never before used, and put the Scotch in it. Now it's going to be red like bourbon. You know, they call it red liquor. It's going to be, you know, kind of strange looking, but I mean, you could do it. You could do anything you want. The only requirement is it has to be aged at least 3 years in an oak barrel. The barrel could be a 80-year-old barrel. But you see, they're going to lose the char aspect of it over the first time, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the 20th, the 60th time. Now, could they relight it and char it again in Scotland? You know, soak with whiskey, set it on fire. They could do anything they want. All right. There's all kind of ways. Look at all the different Scotch whiskeys they got on the market, blended and single malt. There's every kind of variety you can think of, aged in every kind of wood you can think of. You could never drink them all. It's like beer. You could say, I want to try every beer on the market. But you have to drink a beer every hour, every day, 24 hours a day. for 50 years and you wouldn't even dent it. So it was just you can't do it. You can't make it. And they got people want to trade beer. I'm not saying I'm against that. Do what you want. If you want to trade beer with each other, go ahead. Doesn't make any difference to me. But they trade because they say, I gotta try this and you can try that. And I'm not doing it. I got stuff to do and I don't feel like going and packaging up stuff, boxing things up, shipping them, have to go. It's just, and people say, well, don't you want to try all those beers from that other state, New York, 6 Point or Allagash that you can't get, or Firestone Walker and etc. Well, sure, I want to try them. But I'm not dying to try them. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many beers here and whiskeys here to keep me occupied forever that there's no really, I mean, I know what beer tastes like and whiskey tastes like. So I just don't see the attraction of that. But if you do and you want to, then do it. I mean, people say, I love movies. I watch Top Gun. I can't wait for the new Top Gun movie to come out. They're all excited. Well, I never saw the first Top Gun. Why? I don't really like movies. I have no interest to watch them. You know, but if you do, that's good. Yeah, but anyway, you get the point. No use flogging a dead horse. Doesn't the Scotch industry depend on American whiskey bourbon barrels? Yes. And not just, but also French wine barrels and Spanish wine barrels. Is the hot weather setting in southeastern Louisiana? Yes. Sooner than I thought. It's getting to me 90 degrees and incredibly humid. I mean, you may as well say it's summertime now. I mean, it's here. That's it. And it can go in it can flip like you flipping a switch. Because last week it was chilly in the morning. Like I had a pullover and I was kind of cool. And I was like, ooh, it's still cold. I mean, you know, in a relative sense. But now it just arrived, you know, the humidity. And it's going to stay in, well, the humidity is on pretty much always here, but the heat. And once it sets in, it's staying till October. Taste. I'm not going to make a comment right now. I'm just thinking about it. I'm like Henry Hill. I'm thinking. I mean, no, Henry Hill was just listening. Nikki was thinking. I'm thinking about it. Did I say I was going to do anything? I'm thinking about it. I said I was thinking about it. But they'd never approve anything. Why should they? All right. 15-year age, 3-year age. Big difference in price. Yes. In flavor, not in this initial sip. Good morning to you, BC's Beer Reviews. And good morning to everyone. Okay, daylight is coming. Honey topped white bread like Sara Lee. I keep saying that, but that's what I'm putting. Taste and a little peatiness, little bit. Little even smoke. Now, that I mean, you know, minuscule, but okay. Is it a really great tasting product? I wouldn't go that far. B Aviation says, good morning, BC, fellow Michigander. It's kind of like the same thing without the peat. You say, well, I want to know about the remarkable aspects of these products, the really engaging, interesting, and exciting aspects. I'm sorry, but I don't think there are any. Um, what about Johnny Walker Red Label, Double Black, Gold Label Reserve, and Blue? Those have those aspects, the exciting, engaging, interesting notes. These are just kind of like ho and hum. Ho versus hum. Are they bad? They're not bad. I got some blended whiskeys in the cabinet that could be considered bad, I guess you'd say. I don't know why they would taste like honeydew melon and all kind of other crazy things. But they are $8 or less per bottle, $9 or less per bottle, and they are American blended whiskeys, which can have some very exotic flavors, let's call them. But the worst I've encountered with blended Scotch is not like anything bad. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, it's bad. It's just bland. In other words, there's like an array, an enormous amount, a plethora, you know, of just ordinary tasting Scotch. It's like, it just tastes normal, like just regular, just standard, just, I don't know what to say, dull or bland. So I'm thinking of all the ones I had: the Highland Mist, Piper Dean, Grant. Well, Grant's kind of has a little bite to it, and not a good bite. I'm afraid that's coming up. Like a flower. Da, 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 da. But yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. So the one thing I can say about it that would make sense is that why would you want to pay more and get the same? I wouldn't. So you say, oh, all these blended Scotch. Well, if they all kind of like ho hum together, then you may as well just get the cheapest one you can find. Now you say, if I want some real flavor and excitement, then you got to pay up. You get the Buchanan's Deluxe 12-year. That kills these. You said, well, that one's 15-year age. I don't know. But if you take bland stuff and you age it 15 years, what is it? It's 15-year-old bland stuff. Okay. But pretty much no Scotch whiskey I own, and I got a bunch now, can compete to my blended, can compete with the Buchanan's 12-year, except for the Johnny Walker Blue Label, but now, or the Double Black. But why would I buy those? I can get the Buchanan's 12-year for $35, and it's so good. You say, what the Master? I tried the Master at my friend David's house, and I liked it. It's extra age. They don't give the age statement. It's supposed to be better than the Deluxe 12-year. Cost $10 more, $20 more. I don't know. The first time I tried it, I was looking for the smoke in my nose, in my mouth, and I couldn't taste it. But I'd like to try the Buchanan's Reserve. I bought one from my friend David, 18-year age, for a Christmas present. He hadn't tried it. That thing gonna sit up on that shelf. It'll be older and by the time he tries it, it'll be in his house longer than it was aged in a barrel. It's his gift. He could wait till he's 100 to try it. Been me, I'd have been on that like white on rice. I'd have tried it that very day. I wouldn't have been able to wait. Familionaire says, Jay, I always wanted to ask you, it is in a safe limit. Too much. You mean TOO much, not too like I went to your house. No, I don't think I'm drinking too much from a health perspective. And I give you an example. Yesterday, I got home from work and drank 2 beers only, 2 12-ounce beers. Now, they were Dogfish Head 120 at 18%. No, they weren't. Just regular, regular old lager. So these are taste challenges. I have it all mapped out. Like literally a schedule. 8 o'clock, I'm going to do the review of a Pilsner from town is that? Oh, Nashville. Yeah, you heard of Nashville? And then 3 more the rest of today off of work. And now that's it. I'm not going to just be drinking on beer all day and sipping on. I really, it turns me off if I drink too much of it. It like turns like I don't like it. It's like where it becomes like offensive to me, you know. I was watching a video about Alice Cooper yesterday, but he said I just got to where I didn't want it. But he went crazy. But I guess he had mental problems or high anxiety. Remember that movie? But I think he had high anxiety, like he was a nervous wreck, you know. So people will do that. They're a nervous wreck, so they'll just drink and smoke and do whatever else to calm down. It doesn't really work, you know. It seems to work, it doesn't. But I get nervous about things. Of course, I'm not a nervous wreck. You know what I'm saying? I can relax. I finally tried Nicholas Fumari. So I finally tried Dimple Pinch since you've been featuring it recently. I really liked it. Glad you have a bottle of it. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you liked it. So that's what I do with these whiskey taste challenges. I buy one product, or in this case, a Dimple Pinch, and I put it in a taste challenge against every other blended Scotch that I have, which at this point is a whole lot. So it's going to be another week at least, and then we'll move on to what comes up. Oh, I got some more blended Scotch I got to bring into the mix because I did them, and I may as well finish them. I'm going to bring back that blended Irish whiskey, Drumcastle, because when I had Drumcastle years ago, I never brought it into too many taste challenges, so because I wasn't really doing those then, and so I'm going to bring it in to all the other Irish whiskeys. I think Drumcastle is going to really battle hard. And I do believe it's going to win a lot of those challenges, but we can't say for sure until we do the contests. Then I'm going to come back to blended Scotch, which is going to be, well, it's going to take a little while, but, you know, it's okay because I'm not in a rush. You might be in a rush. I'm not in a rush. So we're going to do Johnny Walker double black against all the other blended. That'll take a while. Then it's going to win most of the contests too, by the way. Then Johnny Walker Gold Label Reserve against everybody else. That one's kind of like this Dimple Pinch. Like it might win, it may not win because it's kind of dull, kind of dullish. You say dullish, dull. That's $55 a bottle or $48 a bottle, whatever it is. Yeah, you're right. It's expensive, and you get not that great of a product, in my opinion. Although we'll see. Taste challenge, you know. Now, I gave it an A though. I say not that great. I gave it an A. But then I got to bring in the Dewar's 15-year age. That's a good one. You would assume it's going to win most of the contests, about $44 a bottle. And then the Dewar's 18-year age. That's $65 a bottle. I got it for much cheaper. I can't see too many of my collection beating Dewar's 18-year age, really. Johnny Walker Blue Label, yeah, it should win, but I'm not 100% confident in that. Well, we'll see. And then once we're finished with all of that, that's going to take a while. So, like, if you don't like Scotch whiskey, blended Scotch, you know, you probably want to avoid all those because just going to be all of that plus that Irish. Then we're going back to brandy. I'm so impatient for brandy because I did the Hervey brandy, and I'm curious to see how Hervey is going to do against all these other brandies. My feeling is going to not dominate, but it's going to compete very, very strong. Then we got rum, which is the Don Q Cristal, the silver, the white Don Q. Oh, that was great. That was a great product. So no way it's gonna lose. No way, baby. I mean, it might lose a few, but it ain't gonna really lose. That's a fabulous, and I got a great deal on it. What a great deal! Oh, what a great deal! $13.99. You say, well, that's not a great deal for rum when you think about it. I mean, hell, Bacardi's that price. I know, but I bought a handle of it for that. Now I'm talking about I bought a huge glass bottle for that. So it was a great deal. All right, have you tried Johnny Walker Black Label yet? No, I haven't. See it everywhere. I just haven't tried it. I did the double black, which is oh so very good. People seem to like the Johnny Walker Green Label. Some say it's the best of the lineup, especially at its price point. Have you tried? I haven't tried it. Haven't tried the Black Label, which is famous. It's been around since as long as the Red Label, 12-year age. I haven't tried the Green, and I haven't tried the Platinum. And I mean, there's so many Johnny Walkers, so I'm never going to be able to try them all. I had a chance to buy the Fire and Ice and that other Game of Thrones version. Walmart got stuck with them. They're like, we can't get rid of this $40 bottle stuff, so they sold it for $14. But I didn't buy them. I said, well, those are like television connected, TV series connected specialty edition recipes, and by the time I get around to them, people will be so bored with that. Nobody's going to watch it. And plus, I didn't even care. I mean, theoretically, I'd like to try them. Oh, yes. Okay, fine. Jane Walker and all of this. Okay. But it's all a matter of, can you get around to it ever? And if I keep buying this and that and grabbing here, there, and there, I don't get around to it. What I got now in my collection is so overwhelmingly huge that I don't know how I'm going to get around to all that. I mean, if you come over here and look at all these liquors, you would say, like pulling your hair out, how are you going to get to all of this? I mean, how's this going to be facilitated? How are you going to do it? And my answer would be, I don't know, but I'm trying to work through it, really. I think right now it's got that nougat. Yeah, see, like nougat. You say nougat. What are you drinking? A Three Musketeers bar? I am drinking a Three Musketeers bar. I think that this is the Dimple Pinch, and it's got a little bit more savoir faire going for it. It's. I ain't saying it's worth $35, $36, but it does have a little bit more than 100 Pipers. Two in a row, I got it wrong. That's the 100 Pipers. Well, I don't know how you feel, but I can tell you what, I feel worse than that. I don't know. I had a lot of worry, a lot of concern, a lot of trepidation. When I started this Taste Challenge series with the Dimple Pinch, I was coming out the gate winning. I was like, winning. I never could get it wrong. I couldn't get it wrong. Just winning every time. But I had a nervous, talking about being nervous, I had a worry about it. I said, oh, watch what's going to happen. It's going to start breaking down. It's going to start breaking down, and I'm going to start getting it wrong. Because a lot of the ones I'm bringing in are going to be similar to it, and it's happening. I can't believe it. I cannot believe this. I really can't believe this. I was frustrated Sunday, but now I'm really nervous, and I mean, within context, you understand. Like I'm watching a football game at a party. I'll talk. I'm nervous. I'm not really nervous. If the team loses, oh well, they lost. So too bad. But I'm nervous within that context of watching the game. So I'm nervous within the context of the taste challenges. Well, I was careful when I poured them, and cheers to Chivs Brothers. I guess y'all got it going on. So y'all got me fooled. You got me tricked. You got me perplexed. You got me discombobulated. Got me what what they say in New York City. Yeah, you got me estranged and terminated. No, I mean you got me. I don't know. Well, I was a little I keep saying nervous. I'm not. I don't want people to think I'm like a nervous wreck. I'm not. But I mean, I was a little concerned. That's the word. I was a little bit concerned when I first smelled them. I was like, uh-oh. That's why when I tasted them at first, you notice I said I'm not gonna make a comment. No comments. Let me just taste. I'm thinking about it. But the thinking about it didn't do any good. It didn't help. It just, well, so just goes to show you, you can pay $25.99 or $35, probably in your case, and get Dimple Pinch, or you can pay $8.99 to $10.99 and get the 100 Pipers, and it might win. It did in my case. Well, well, I drank it all. All right. Well, can't get over it. Just can't get over it. Well, these Chivas Brothers whiskeys keep winning. Now, the only one that I didn't really love was the Chivas Regal 12 year. You know, the standard Chivas Regal. It was fine. I mean, it's well made and everything, but it was almost like they were in Scotland and they said, let's make the blandest whiskey available. We want it to be so bland, you know, that it just appeals to everybody with no kind of particular interest in whiskey aside from making a cocktail. And that worked perfectly. But to have any kind of interest level, the Chivas Regal 12 is just like, it's like a dial tone, you know, there's nothing happening. But on the other hand, the Mitsunara, the Chivas Regal Mitsunara costs you about $55 a bottle. That thing is super exciting. Oh, there's Orangey. All right. Well, thanks everybody. Y'all take care now. And Dimple Pinch humbles the proud-hearted ones. Oh, I'll tell you who humbles the proud-hearted ones. It's the 100 Pipers. Boy, I'm about to go join Bonnie Prince Charlie's army. People seem to like the Johnny Walker. Oh, I already read that. If you ever bought another bottle, how long could you do taste challenges before you run out? Talking about a Dimple Pinch? I could do a lot. I don't know. 25 taste challenges. Let's say, I'm just guessing. I don't know. 25 taste challenges per bottle. Let's see. All right, I'm going for a walk. I'm going to walk a half a mile. Y'all take care now.